Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, you're all good. And welcome back to the podcast and the YouTubes, wherever you're listening or watching from. It's been a while. It has been a minute. It's been a couple of minutes, to be honest. Hopefully, everybody's keeping good. If you can't be good at it and all that malarkey. Hopefully, everybody's fine and dandy and getting back to some sort of normality with life recently. Everything's been a bit hectic on this side and a little bit crazy, but we're going to go into that today. And pretty much this episode back is just talking about where I've been, what's been going on, why I've been missing in action and off the radar recently in terms of the podcast and stuff, and kind of what's been going on behind the scenes and some sneaky little projects that I'm coming up with that you can all follow along with and get involved with. So yeah, that's what we'll talk about today in the Welcome Back episode. You're now listening to the Caffeine and Coaching Podcast by Ricky Cosgrove. We talk everything from my caffeine addiction to the fact that I coach frustrated men and women to lose weight, get into shape and bulletproof their confidence without having to give up the foods they love. Sit back, take some notes, and I will catch you in today's episode. So where the feck have I been? Honestly, no real excuse, to be honest with you. Like, things have been super busy, but as I always say, piss poor planning leads to piss poor results. And to be brutally honest with myself and also you, I haven't been planning in the podcast and such recently, and I really do need to get my finger out my arse and start getting those scheduled into the planner and into the diary again, because they were going super well. Everybody getting super good feedback from everybody from them, and everybody was loving them. So we really do have to get back to that. But it has been super hectic recently, just with the team, with coaching. So many new people coming in, all existing people all going for their photo shoots and stuff. I've got 3 people going for their photo shoot this Saturday. So again, that's why things have been a bit hectic, because it's been all hands on deck with them guys and girls and getting everybody up and ready. And pretty much just doing my job, pretty much helping people get results and keep them for life pretty much after it. So like, that's why I've kind of been M.I.A, but again, it's not an excuse. I don't want to give myself excuses, because I do just need to plan and schedule my days out a wee bit better. As I tell everybody, it's a part of the team to make sure they're planning things out. And I don't want it to become that whole do as I say, not as I do carry on, but recently it has been that. I've been telling people to do stuff that I haven't been doing, and I just need to get back to doing that myself. So that is the start of it. So I've been super busy with the clients, with the team members, getting them ready for their shoots, starting a load, 7 or 8 girls up for another shoot, which we have planned for the first Saturday in September, which I'm pretty sure is the 4th. It's either the 3rd or the 4th. So we've been getting them up and rocking and rolling, getting them on board, getting them set up and sort of becoming accustomed to how things work and stuff. So it has been all hands on deck recently. And couple that with those of you who run your own business or work for yourself pretty much, or who are self-employed, you'll know that there's a differentiating factor between working in the business and working on the business. And it's trying to balance the two of those. So like, what I mean by that is, working in the business as a coach is coaching clients, coaching the team, making my systems better, which is also another fun thing that's going to be coming along soon. But making better systems to make it easier for the team to get the results and work everything and be able to get on board seamlessly and pretty much fast track them to the results. That's working in the business and getting them better results and working with them one-to-one. Then there's working on the business, which I say is like the systems and the apps and everything else that's involved. And these podcasts and stuff like that help the business. So this is working on the business and trying to balance the two of those. It's freaking hard. It is hard, but it's one of those things that has to be done, and I just need to, as I say, get my finger out my arse and start balancing them a wee bit better. At the minute, again, I make my living from coaching people and getting them results, so that's the bread and butter. But I also have to focus more on the business as well to get the people in the business so that we can work in it. So that's kind of the way things have been going. I've been working too much in the business recently as opposed to on the business. So I just need to balance that out a wee bit better. And then another one is just kids are fucking nuts. Absolutely nuts. Maisie's lost 2 teeth over this past couple of weeks, so that's all go. With summer coming up, I'm trying to get them sorted with like summer schemes and stuff like that. And then also just spending time with them, messing around, playing about. We were away for a weekend. We've got another few days booked away. Not next week, the week after. We're heading down to Dublin for a few days. And just trying to work on the business, work in the business, but also work on the lifestyle and on life in general outside of work as well. So those 3 things, trying to juggle the 3 balls. I am not a juggler. You might think I look like a clown, but I'm definitely not a juggling clown. And it's hard to fit in all those things and everything be smooth. So that's where I have been. That's why I've kind of been missing on here. I don't know why this camera keeps zooming in and out. But that's why I've been sort of M.I.A. a wee bit on here recently. But that is all about to change. All about to change. Loads of fun things coming up. In the recent future. Is that even a thing? In the not so distant future. So loads of changes coming up. Really good changes. With the business, with the coaching and stuff. I don't want to delve into it too much right now, but you probably have seen, if you follow me on Instagram and stuff, the rebranding of the colours and stuff. I'm going from black and red to the black and the neon highlighter purple colour and stuff. So wee bit of touching up going on there. Super fun things to come in terms of for anybody who is already in the team. Look forward to it. Honestly, things are gonna get a wee tweak here and there, but it's going to be super fun and it's going to be super useful for anybody in the team, as I say, to get the results quicker as well, and just sort of streamline the whole service for anybody that's going to be coming into the team in the near future or the future. Loads of fun changes coming along there, so it'll help fast track you to your results as well, and pretty much enhance your lifestyle, your results, your progress. Absolutely everything's just getting enhanced, so it is. So keep a wee eye out for that. In terms of the podcast and stuff on YouTube, my ideas and the project that I'm going to be working on started it pretty much this week, to be honest. The first episode is going to be out next week. It's going to be the photo shoot prep and stuff like that, giving you a look at behind the scenes of what goes on. Because whenever I put out the post for people interested in doing their own photo shoots and stuff like that, there were so many people showing interest in the whole photo shoot thing and getting in the best shape of their life and documenting the journey and stuff like that, where some of them weren't too sure if it was for them because they were saying they don't know if they could stick to it. They weren't really sure about what's involved, of how hard it's going to be, and X, Y, Z. So then my thoughts were, we have 3 people going through photo shoot on Saturday. Then we have 7 other people going through a photo shoot in September. So my idea around it is to document the whole thing, to then put on YouTube, let you guys and girls watch it, give you an idea of what's involved behind the scenes and how things work and how we coach the team into getting the results that you see online and getting to their own photo shoot and documenting the whole journey, so that I think if you can kind of get a grasp of sort of behind the scenes and what's involved, then you'll know that you will be able to do the exact same thing if you want to, and it's not as hard as what everybody thinks it is. And then it kind of takes the guesswork out, and for all those people who said that they would love to do it but they're not 100% sure if it was for them, kind of give them a wee bit more clarity on whether they would like to do it themselves. The reason I thought of doing it from the coach's perspective is because on YouTube and stuff, there are tons and tons and tons of people and channels who document their fitness journey and their own personal journey and lifestyle into getting the results that they want and they need, and doing their own like competitions and photo shoots and stuff. But there isn't anybody really documenting from the coach's point of view. Like, it's the people going through it who are documenting it, which is fine. Like, and it's giving you a look at their journey and their lifestyle and what they're eating, how they're training and stuff. But there's loads of people doing that, and those people, pardon me, 9 times out of 10, they have coaches in the background who are telling them what to do. And I think that getting a perspective of the coach's side of things could be something different, and kind of give everybody a look at what goes on in terms of a coaching perspective, and me looking at things and why I change something and when I change things and how we program clients up and how we get them to where they want to be, and then also showing you their journey as well. So kind of giving you the two perspectives, showing you their journey, but also showing you it from the coaching perspective as well. So that pretty much, listen, I'm a coach, so I want to coach people into getting those results. So I think if you can kind of have a look from my perspective and what I do and how I work, then it kind of settles your head a wee bit and be like, oh, I could do that. And then you maybe jump on board as well. Again, it's to benefit me, so you might decide to jump on board the team as well, get your own results, do your own photo shoot, and everybody's a winner then. So that's kind of my idea with that. The sort of planning and structure towards the vlog series is going to be, well, I actually videoed the quick sort of intro for it today, but then on Saturday I'm going to take you behind the scenes of our photo shoot, which is one guy and two girls. So I'm going to give you a look behind the scenes on Saturday of what a photo shoot entails, how we go about getting ready for it, what's involved in the day itself. And then we're going to kind of reverse engineer it, and we're going to start all over with the girls who are going through it in September. So you're going to see Saturday, you're going to see the photo shoot itself and what goes on the day. And then once you see that, then we're going to start from scratch again, show you the whole like 10, 11 week journey of the 7 girls going through it in September, so that you can see from their start point right up until their shoot day, and then you'll see their shoot day as well. So that's kind of my idea about how we're structuring it and scheduling it. So hopefully that will be good. The first episode will be out next week, so keep an eye on my socials and stuff for that. If you're not following me already, you've probably found this podcast or YouTube channel from my socials. But if you've came from somewhere else, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Not really on Facebook too much, to be honest with you. Instagram's where it's at, so get me on Instagram. Follow along. You'll see whenever I post. And if you're not subscribed already to the YouTube channel, get on, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I drop a new episode. And my phone never stops. And everything will be all good in terms of that. Then, where is my mouse? Then we have just pretty much trying to keep up better with the podcast as well. So a big focus is going to go into this whole sort of vlog series around the photo shoot and stuff. But I really do want to keep up with this podcast also, because I know some people like to listen to the podcast while they're out getting their steps in, and it's easier to sort of listen to a podcast as opposed to watching an actual video on YouTube. So that's why I do both of these. I record it, I put it on YouTube, and then it's recorded on the mic and put on podcast, so you can do both. If you want to sit and stare at my beautiful face, you can watch the YouTube. If you want to not look at my beautiful face, don't know why you wouldn't want to, you can just listen to my stupid voice on the podcast. But I am trying to plan this out a bit better. As I said, piss poor plan leads to piss poor results, so I'm going to start trying to plan these things out a wee bit better, planning the YouTube series, the vlog series, and also these podcasts as well. The plans for the podcast pretty much is I'm going to start getting clients and stuff on, so I want to start giving you an insight into absolutely everything pretty much of how things work, getting a different perspective from them. I think like most people listening to this can relate better to somebody who's went through the journey by themselves or who is going through it, and they can give their side of things and how they're getting on, what they find good, what they find not so good, etc. So getting clients and team members on to kind of, I don't like to say interview because then they're going to freak out and nobody likes interviews, but jumping on a Zoom call, recording it, asking them a couple of questions, see how they're getting on, and then just uploading it to give you a wee bit of a perspective from that side of things. And then also other coaches. I do want to start getting other coaches on here as well, talking about different topics, talking about useful tips and tricks and hints for you guys and girls to also utilise and kind of coming together to help more people, pretty much. And then also, what I would like eventually is to start getting bigger guests on and talking about different topics and lifestyle factors and stuff like that. So I do have big plans. I do. It's just getting the ball rolling with them over the past few weeks. Work's been that busy where it's been difficult to try and juggle all the balls, as I say, but we are going to learn how to juggle. We are going to become that clown who can juggle 3, 4, 5 balls at once, and everything is going to rock and roll smoothly, and it's going to get even smoother for me in the upcoming weeks and months, with the sort of wee tweaks and changes that are coming up, which are super exciting. So that's where I've been. Hopefully you've all been keeping good, and hopefully you haven't. For those of you who aren't, or who are listening, who aren't clients, hopefully you've been keeping on top of things with everything opening up and stuff. I know with pubs, clubs, are nightclubs and stuff open yet? I'm not too sure. But with pubs opening up, restaurants opening up, it's been kind of wobbly out there, and clients have been going through it as well. I know that's where I've been trying to help navigate them. We did a webinar couple of weeks ago on navigating normality again. So whenever everything's coming up and normal life is resuming, how to navigate that, they still get the results, but still enjoy those things that we have all missed out on in the past pretty much year, over a year. Restaurants, pubs, bars, getting out to watch the Euros and stuff like that. So hopefully you haven't let everything completely slip away from you, and hopefully you have a strategy in place to incorporate those things and still get results. If you don't, and you have let everything slip, drop me a DM and I will happily help you get back on board, and teach you the strategies which I teach my team as well, in order to still live life but still get long-lasting results and enhance their lifestyle, enhance their results, enhance their progress, and pretty much just fast-track them to the results. But with the main one, keeping the results long term. That takes me off onto a tangent and a side note, to be fair, but I have a thing with the team, which is the journey. So I want to take somebody through the entire journey. My journey involves 4 phases, okay? Most people, whenever they start a diet and look to get in shape, they only go through like the diet phase, okay? So they only go through that one aspect of dropping body fat, they get into shape, and then that's it. And then all of a sudden they yo-yo back and forward and spin their ways and go round and round in circles all the time. And it's because they haven't went through the full journey. They've only did one aspect of it. My target with each and every team member is to get them through the entire journey, and so that they get to a point where they no longer need me anymore. They don't need a coach. They don't need to ask for help. They know what to do, when to do it, and they can live an enhanced life, as I say, still incorporating all the good things, but keep the results long term because they know how to manage it, and we've built them up to that. 4 phases are: the priming phase is phase number 1, which is pretty much getting somebody in, getting them accustomed to new habits and new routines, and getting them set up and on board with everything that's sort of incorporated in their plan. Phase 2 is then the cut/diet phase. So that's when we focus on really getting the result. That's where we knuckle down, we focus on the targets, the tick boxes, and getting that result that they really want. Then once they get there, we transition into phase number 3, which is the building phase. Now, let's be honest, we can't all live in a diet forever. If we did, we'd die, we'd starve, and that's not nice. So you have to build your systems back up again after a diet. You can't live on those low calories. You can't live not going out to eat for dinner, or counting and tracking and weighing all your food all the time. So the building phase takes you out of that diet phase, teaches you to come out of it, build your body back up again, builds your systems back up again, to be in a position to... Most people past the building phase, they end up eating more calories and more food than they were at the very start, but they're in unbelievable shape, And that's what the building phase is for. It's to build your systems back up again to get you to that point. Because then, whenever you are at that point, you can keep the results long term. You can move into the maintenance phase, which is the final phase, and that's where we focus on the lifestyle factors so that you no longer have to count calories. You don't have to live on MyFitnessPal anymore. You don't have to live your life in the gym all the time. You don't have to worry about whenever Sally gives you a phone call on a Friday night, they go out for some gin and a pizza or whatever. You don't have to freak out about it. You can go and enjoy it, live a life, an enhanced life, and keep your results long term, and never, ever, ever have to ask for help again. So that's the journey, and that's what I want to take everybody through. So that's a bit of a tangent, but I wasn't planning on going through that today. It honestly isn't in my notes, but I do go off on little tangents on this podcast. Those who have listened in the past will definitely know that. So we've gone 20 minutes on this Welcome Back episode. So I will call it a day there. That's where I've been. That's what's in the works. That's what the plans are. Hopefully you're looking forward to it. And as I say, if you have fell off and the wheels have come off over the past few weeks with everything going back to normal, hit me up in the DMs on Instagram and I will happily help you out. If you can't be good at it.